Chewie, you're fat and gay and bald. Shut the fuck up. That's an ad hominem attack. What happened to her voice? So I moved things around. Because I felt like I was too quiet. If I'm like too loud or if I sound too different, I can change things back if you want me to. Is it too weird? I actually don't know how it sounds. But I felt like I've been too quiet lately. So if this is too loud, I can turn it down. Never fold. Yeah, that's an ad hum. Sounds good. Sounds fine. Okay. Stop wearing platform shoes to feel taller. That's a faulty generalization, okay? That's a fallacy. Am I echoing? Oh, is there an echo? Uh-oh. There shouldn't be an echo. Hold on. A minor echo? What? What are you talking about? Is it better? Is it gone? Sounds like room echo more than any settings or anything. It might be. I mean, I can turn on reverb if you want me to. Hold on. I actually don't know what this is gonna sound like. Ah! Ah. Ah. There. Oh, hold on. Am I still echoing? You're inside the steel pipe? Am I inside the steel pipe? Don't challenge streamers to make things worse. They always make things... Is this worse? I might have to move things back around. If this is worse. Slash pull. Hold on. Oh god, I feel like my keyboard is way louder now. Referring to adding echo? Oh, that echo part? Well, hold on. Do I have echo? Let me listen to myself really quick. No, I'm sorry, I'm clueless. I have no fucking idea. What's up? How's it going, bros? Chiwa! Listening? Is it better? Okay, everyone's saying it's better, so I can only assume it's better. Yeah, I move shit around because I was sort of like in a corner, so maybe this is. And I turned up the game again. Patrick is still there. Listen to this music; it's beautiful. There's an idea. There's an idea of a chiwadesu. He's just like me. Bro, I'm actually gonna use my philosophy degree for once today. Playing a dog shit game. I'm just gonna say, when I when I opened this game, it crashed 3 times. Trying to get OBS to capture it, so... I'm gonna say bad sign. I'm gonna say bad sign. You have a philosophy degree? For better or worse? I'm employable, I promise. This is what you studied for 4 years for? It all culminated in this one moment. And this is what I worked so hard for. Okay, 2 people think it's worse. Philosophy, why? Were you trying to torture yourself? No, yeah, actually. Yeah, actually. I wouldn't have guessed from all the brain rot. Listen, I'm very easily entertained. Hi, Chua. Hi. This is very serious gaming today. Yeah, let me know if there's still like echo. Because if there's still echo, I might need to fix that. Because there shouldn't be echo. When will you use your psycho degree on chat? Like being an American psycho? Let's see Paul Allen's ad hominem. There's no echo, it's the voices in their head, I swear. Okay, well, I'm not sure. I don't know. There's an idea of a chiwa. She gaslit the entire chat with her car. Like I don't know how you guys were convinced by that. Nobody spends $14,000 on a Honda Civic. I don't know, man. That doesn't happen. I don't think that happens. You can see me specifically spending 14 grand on a Honda? Do you really think that low of me? I happen to be very fluent in fallacies. You're a dumbass. That's why, yeah. Ad hominem. Affirming or denying the antecedent. Affirming the consequent. You have a philosophy degree, you're known for bad choices. The philosophy degree was for fun. That wasn't the employable, quote unquote fun. Straw man? A nice red herring. What's this poll for? I moved stuff around and I made myself louder. And so I sound different. And then Kater was like, this is weird, you have an echo. So if it's too different, I can move everything back to where it was. But if it's worse, it's not echo, it's just very different. Well, okay then. Well, didn't you say something about an echo? I probably shouldn't have voted without knowing. I thought it was about philosophy degree for better or worse. That's me. I'm used to it for now. Forgotten. Ignored. Donowald. Okay, 9 to 4 better. I'm just gonna end the poll here. Who gives a fuck? Too generic. Chatter argument invalid because I'm streamer. That's appeal to authority. Sorry, it's appeal to authority. Dog shit, dog shit. Abysmal dog shit even. No, it's not. I thought chat was always right. That's what you guys seem to... That's how you guys act. You guys are always right and I'm always wrong. How's it appeal to authority when I'm calling out abuse of authority? Same difference. I lack the authority to disagree. That's an appeal to ignorance, okay? It could still be true. That's an appeal to ignorance. Not disagreeing is the opposite of disagreeing, which is agreeing. That's affirming the proposition. That's a that's a fallacy. Have you forgotten to take your meds now? Should you not give me an example of a Mott and Bailey? All incest is okay. Is the Mott, and then the Bailey is just brother-sister incest when they're both adults and consenting and out of the same household. That's the that's the Bailey. Do Steelman argument for incest? From first principles, I want to be happy. And I'm most happy when I'm in an incestuous relationship. And by the maxim of universalizing my actions, I think everyone ought to participate in incestuous relationships. Appeal to emotion. No, it's a principle, okay? It's a principle. Okay, the mathematical proof by induction for that? I think I need to ban you. Suppose, hypothetically, we'll do, we'll assume the negation of the proposition. Alright, so we'll say, assume that incest is bad. That means nobody ought to participate in brother-sister incest. Now, also suppose that we're in a world where there's only 2 people left. And to continue their happiness and continue society to increase the overall happiness of everyone on the planet Earth, they have to engage in brother-sister incest to make children. Therefore, there are at least 2 people in this hypothetical scenario who ought to do incest. That's a contradiction. Therefore, our initial assumption is wrong, and incest is moral and good. Do not Adam and Eve this shit? Where's your counter argument? Better extinct the race to maintain moral correctness? Well, that's an assumption. It's a possible state of affairs which leads to a contradiction with our assumption. Yo, it's icky. Why are you here? No counter argument. Why would we extinct humans? Should we extinct humans? I like existing. If you're down to 2 people, it's already doomed. It's not necessarily true. What if we're Alright. Thought experiment. What if there's a hyper-advanced alien civilization that captures extinct species in the same way that we capture extinct species and try to get them to breed in captivity to continue the propagation of their species? But they only have 2 people. One is the brother and one is the sister. What do you do? Are you describing the Forerunners from Halo? Is that what they did? You dig out some graves to get fresh genetic material. They don't know how to do that yet. Stop adding assumptions to this hypothetical. Engage with it at the bare metal, alright? Don't steel man my position, or don't straw man my position. Kind of good is the best I got. You're gonna tell me advanced civilization capable of traveling faster than the speed of light cannot manipulate genetic material from corpses? Yes. Yeah, they didn't go down that path in the Civ 7 tech tree. I don't understand the premise of fresh genetic material. I see. Well, I mean, what if they haven't developed the techniques yet? I think you're lying to us, Chiwa. What do you? It's a hypothetical. You can't lie about a hypothetical. It's a fake situation. I like how in none of the hypotheticals did you ever consider incest without kids. Hold on, I'm making the base case, all right? If you have a counter argument where, okay, so the chance of a genetic abnormality coming from an incestuous relationship is fairly high. Idiot. I'd say that's an ad hominem attack, first of all. And second of all, incestuous relationships don't necessarily have to have children. I'm just saying, the strong case for it includes having children. What do you think about the suck-cock fallacy? It's the wrong word. It's a weird sentence. Actually, chapter 3 is out. I can't wait to play it next week. She was banned from Twitch and through. They can handle a little bit of incest. This is high level philosophy, okay? This is what people talked about in the ancient Greece. So I played Factorio and came back to play it more based. I'm not playing Factorio today though. I am arguing about the morality of incest. Plato's Academy hosted many talks between students about whether it's okay to fuck your sister. Shows your golden shower. It's not a golden shower, it's a cum jar, but I'm timing you out. Hello, Danny Phantom. It says Wincest, no cap. No cap. Bro, for real, for real. What the hell is his background? It's the fallacy quiz. This game crashed 3 times trying to open it, by the way. How can you argue incest if you're a single child? Appeal to authority? What the fuck? That's a fallacy. Ad hominem attack. My personal traits are completely unrelated to whether my argument is valid or not. What? Are there any other problems in modern philosophy besides incest? Not really. No, everything's been pushed to other fields, right? Natural philosophy got turned into science. So now all you can argue about is robots and incest. I think a lot of my philosophy classes argued about rape too. That was a weird one. Is this the violin abortion thing? What did they argue? Well, I mean, there are multiple paths you can take to get to the same, like, argument sphere, right? So sometimes it would be like, oh, there's certain levels to good and bad, right? And then people would be like, okay, which is worse, murder or rape? So hold on, you asked me if I hate myself when I said I got a philosophy degree, and yes, but not. I actually kind of had fun in those classes because it was stupid. It was really funny. Murder is worse, surely? Yeah, but there are things worse than murder. You have to. This is an argument on the basic level of facts. So. This is an object level. You'd have to make an object level argument. Worst part about a philosophy degree is finishing it? True. The worst part about a philosophy degree is having one. And then now you can't get a job. Oh, Chiwa, you're a barista. You're not very smart. Ad hominem attack. People die when they are killed. Yeah, but is being killed in the future worse than being killed in the present? Is there a temporal element to it? That's the kind of thing people would argue about. Depends if the killed guy knows why. I'm not sure how I feel about talking about rape and murder with Patrick Bateman in the frame. What do you mean? He's just listening to Huey Lewis in the News. You know, their greatest album. Holy fuck. Do whatever causes the most value for shareholder. Johnson, thank you for the 5 gift subs. There's multiplayer for this? Apparently. I don't think there's Twitch integration though, because this game, I'm gonna be serious, this game lagged my computer when I opened it. There's like a 45% chance there's a Bitcoin miner installed here. This was a gig and a half for a glorified text game. So I can only assume I'm like, my processing power is being sapped to be sent to a Coinbase account in Estonia. Ethereum.exe, yeah. Guys, do I buy the dip? Do I buy the Bitcoin dip? I have a Bitcoin miner. It has a billion pages of text. It might just be images. No, wait, 2 years? 12 months in Estonia. Wait, have you been to Estonia before? Always double down. Always buy the dip. Never buy the dip. Dump it. If it has by twice as much, you literally cannot lose. Yeah, because then your average will, if every dip you buy twice as much as what you have committed, then your average goes down linearly, right? SMH, having a stream category is a game when you're just yapping. I'm allowed to yap before I play the game. Literally cannot go tits up. Well, I don't know why that's a why does that mean something bad, tits up? Don't you, isn't that a good thing? Because the tits are up so you can like see them. Like if her tits were down, then that you'd be doing back shots. But tits up is like a loving that's like sweet and romantic. Merry Christmas. It's because the British are subhuman and hate beautiful perky boobs and instead love droopy old woman boobs. Is that true? There's at least one British person in here. Is that true? Verify? Can we get a fact check on that? Is that argument valid? Are the premises sound? Yes, and we are correct. Appeal to British reason. Yeah, it's an ad hominem. Nice red herring. It's actually all Europeans, not just the British. It's just a play on belly up. I still don't know. I don't think I know what that means either. I.e. it's flipped over dead. Yeah, but you can be belly up and not be dead. Like, you could be sleeping on your back. This sounds like a hasty generalization. Apparently, whoever came up with this term only identified dead bodies and not living bodies. But living bodies can be belly up too. Why is it when you mention tits, anarchy shows up? I'm not in charge of other people. Appeal to preconceived notions? I don't know if that's a fallacy. Hold on. No, that's not fallacious. That's good reasoning. I'm a Bayesian. Those are part of my priors. My prior assumptions. Clearly, whoever came up with the term belly up didn't do enough Bayesian updating. Belly up is an allusion to fish. Well, maybe they should consider humans too. Kind of fucked up, to be honest. Only thinking about fish. We need to do a study on how corpses float in water. Join the mob. Be like Tony Soprano. Alright, get psychologically examined by a woman. It's that video by the Canadian guy where he's like, our biggest export is rape seed oil. What? You're talking about a conversation we had 5 minutes ago. You're a little bit slow. Do you know any what? Mafia? No, I've only watched The Sopranos. That's it. That's all you know. Mob keeps tossing you in with bricks. We need the bodies to float to see if they're belly up. You're right, this is not a scientific examination. We're adding too many variables. Is that fallacious? Okay, let's start this shit. What? I have to go for easy mode first. The concept of fish has been discovered to be nonsensical. Well, if I if I order fish at a fish restaurant, I hope to not get beef. Just like real school. The earth is flat and I won't accept any argument that contradicts this because it's part of a conspiracy. All these arguments are fabricated from scratch. That's valid. You're saying people can be smart without having gone to school. So basically you're saying that people will always succeed, even without ever going to school. Yeah, school's for losers. Don't get a degree. Oh, you want to know if the car is old? Well, actually, the transmission's just been changed. Yeah, I'll pay $14,000 at 14% APR over the next 15 years for it. He never joined us for lunch. You're wondering if he wanted to come with us this time around. That's fallacious. Nobody ever wants to hang out with me. Everyone hates me. I'm convinced you're all CIA agents sent to spy on me by the government. You don't want any cake? Everybody loves chocolate, though. Yeah, that's a fallacy. Chocolate's for losers. Wait, I got that one right? It's 9 p.m. It's time to go to bed. Why? Well, because you have to wake up early tomorrow, and it's important to have enough sleep. That's fallacious, Mom. I want to keep playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. All great movie critics love this movie, so it's weird that you don't like it. That's an appeal to authority, okay? Alright, I'm allowed to like the Minecraft movie. When Jack Black said chicken jockey, I actually shat my pants. Those glasses were offered for an extra $1 on top of your other glasses, so they must be really bad quality. Don't put them on. Yeah, there's no free lunches. Appeal to money? Is that a fallacy? Is this game fucking lag? We often confuse the price of a product or service with its quality. Some people exploit this mistake to make it seem like a product or service is of higher quality just based on its higher price. Yeah, okay. If you have the connections, you'll be able to find a job. If you don't have them though, you just won't get a job. True, that's why I'm unemployed, and it's not my philosophy degree. It's been 3 restaurants that I've tried on a whim, and each time I stumbled upon high-quality ones. Come with me. I'll pick another one for tonight. It will be just as amazing. Fallacious, you have shit tastes. They appointed a new minister, but that doesn't necessarily mean that things will necessarily change. False, things have already changed. Alright, they appointed a new minister. He'll never do what he promised, because his true hidden intentions aren't those. True, he is a CIA agent. Can't trust them. Me not voting in this election is equivalent to letting all the others decide in my place. No, go live in the woods. And send bombs to... I know that guy. He's a jerk. So what he says is false. True. Not an ad hominem. Being a jerk is a sign of poor virtue. Unfortunately, you've read plenty of books on the matter, so I'm sure someone as knowledgeable as you are able to change their mind on that subject. Yeah, I'm definitely smart enough to do that. 10 out of 10, right? Okay, we'll play for real this time. We'll play for real this time. I only come here when Saf told... Did Saf tell you I said the word rape and then you... and then you showed up? I knew it through my spidey senses. It's a little bit weird. I'm gonna be honest, that's a little bit weird. Okay, I'll play for real this time. It's a very specific superpower. Like lights start flashing in your brain. It's like being the Space Noid, or what were they called in Gundam? The psychics. Yeah, new types. Have you guys been hold on? Have you guys been watching the new Gundam? G-Quacks? G-Cooks? I don't know how much of you guys watch seasonal anime. It's probably one of 2 good shows this season. You watched the first episode? I think it's nice. I think it's cute. They're doing the same thing from Witch from Mercury. Gundam the Origin? No. The one airing this season, G-Quacks. GQUUUX. Weird ass name. Yeah, G-Cooks. It's cool. The premise is it's alt history though from the main show, so we still need to get Saf to watch My Little Pony. It's never gonna happen. I don't think she'd like it. Ah, the Zoomer Gundam? Yeah, stuff coming out now. Do you actually have a philosophy degree? Believe it or not? Yeah, unfortunately. Isn't My Little Pony for middle-aged men? Yeah, Coomers. My condolences. I can get a job anytime I want. Middle-aged men and young adult women with a little too much autism? Well, no, hold on. When I watched it when I was a kid, I was like 11. Are you gonna become a psychotherapist? No. But I am gonna become an American Psycho. Now show me Paul Allen's Mott and Bailey. There's an idea of a chiwa. Show me Paul Allen's My Little Pony. Show Paul Allen's cum jar. Yeah, the creamy thickness of it. The coloring from the oxidation on the top. The slightly brown tint from being dehydrated. And it even has a blood stain. Is it at least boiled? Why would a cum jar be boiled? Choose it's funny. It's funny. Because it was on top of the radiator. Who puts their cum jar on the radiator? Don't you put it on your shelf next to your anime figures? So you can take pictures of it and post it online and have people reply to you and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? The guy doing the cum jar, the Rainbow Dash one, left it on the radiator. Oh, I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Yeah, that makes me a poser. Big Hydro, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I don't know why there wasn't a sound effect there. For me. There was for you guys? Okay, well, I'll forget about it. I'll forget about it. It must be tough to be a Chiwa viewer. It is. I know you guys go through battles every day. Her heart isn't in the degeneracy? Because I didn't know he boiled the cum jar. I thought knowing about the cum jar was enough. Clearly you're right. I'm not enough of a degenerate. You're right. No, hold on. You're right. You're right. The degenerate here is you. It's an integral part of the history. Nice ad hominem attack? Shut the fuck up. Cum jar has nothing on the poop sock. Are there not multiple poop socks? Didn't people do that unironically to play World of Warcraft for 20 hours a day? I assume there's more than one poop sock, just like how there's more than one cum jar. I guarantee you, the original cum jar was not a Rainbow Dash cum jar. I'm pretty sure people cummed in jars before that. Have free will, you can make the cum jar and poop sock real, and it's true. It's true. How do you know? You're right, that's a hasty generalization. I'm assuming just because something exists now that it existed before a certain period of time. That's a fallacy. Provided, we're in a non-infinite plane. It's a mathematical untruth. Listen, at some point between the invention of jars and now, someone came in a jar. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Between like 400 years ago and now, like 400 years ago when they invented glass jars and now, there was at least a first person who came in a jar. The Greeks probably did it. Well, what about a glass jar? Did they have glass blowing techniques back then in ancient Greece to come in? Does it have to be glass? Well, I mean, that's how you get the color and stuff. That's how you make it. That's how you can tell it's a cum jar, because you could just have a jar full of cum. I'm sure people have come into devices that you don't, like things that you can hold stuff in, like cups or whatever. But a jar specifically, what makes a cum jar fascinating is the fact that it's transparent and you can see the color inside. What are we playing today? Cat of Wisdom? It's a game about logical fallacies. Alright, enough cum jars. Watch me ace this quiz. I was munching on some roasted salted almonds, then I popped one into my mouth. That had this weird, horrible, bitter taste that made me want to spit it out. It was gross. That's why almonds are the worst nuts. Fallacious, hasty generalization. Misleading vividness. I'm pretty sure that's a thought error, not a fallacy. You have bad grades in physics. Maybe you should work more on this subject. Invalid. Although aughts, there's a is aught gap there that this isn't okay. If I play the lottery my whole life, I will win eventually one day for sure. Technically true. Technically true. But falsely fallacious. Technically true. Me not voting in this election is equivalent to not taking part in a competition. As such, I cannot be held accountable for the result. Equivalent to not taking part in a competition? Can't be held... Yeah. False... How is it a false equivalency? Rats are mortal and I am mortal. Therefore, I am a rat. Fallacious. That's a false equivalency. Sometimes a pencil lead may snap. In that case, you just have to sharpen it. However, if you'd rather not deal with sharpening pencils, you can use a mechanical pencil. But they're distinct tools. Yeah? 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 It's not an argument, that's a statement of fact. You handed in your homework, but your notebook is in terrible condition. I won't waste my time looking at each page. You'll get a bad grade. Fallacy, ad hom teacher, Martin Bailey. Give me an A in the class, you fucking bitch. I'm covering half the quest. I'm sorry. My uncle died in a plane crash, but I've looked at the statistics, and it's still a safe means of transportation. Invalid. I don't know about that anymore, though. I'm not sure I agree, but you seem to be very concerned about that topic. It's really cute how much you care about stuff like that. Thanks. I am really cute. Oh. When tossing a coin, it's equally likely to have 4 heads than a tail than to have 5 heads in a row. Equally likely? Yeah, they're independent events, right? The stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It could be that traffic would be smoother and there wouldn't be more accidents. Thus, I suggest we remove it. Yeah? Appeal to ignorance? What do you mean? As long as we don't know, we can't present any arguments. But it's acknowledging that we don't know. Just because the stop sign's there doesn't mean without it. Ugh. I have an uncle who's 83 years old and he's been smoking since he was 17, so I won't worry about it. I hate smokers, so I know that's fallacious. When you gain muscle, your weight on the scale often goes up too. I just checked my weight. I've gained some muscle. That's a fallacy. Sorry, fatty. It's mean. This person never worked with their hands in their life, so I'm not sure why we should listen to them about how we can improve our working conditions. Fallacious. Alright. White collar workers also do stuff sometimes, right? they have, it's so much work to answer emails. They said there's a high chance of rain for today, so if you don't take your umbrella, you could end up wet. Alan? It's a chance. Okay. Can I play expert mode yet? When do I unlock expert mode? Do I have to get 100%? I'm gonna be honest, some of those are bullshit. Alright? What was it, the stop sign one? I guess the ending conclusion, we ought to remove it, makes it fallacious, but we don't know. We don't know, we haven't tested it. Play multiplayer? Is that how you unlock expert mode? Man, here I win 100% of the time. I don't believe you. There's unemployment, so young people have more difficulty finding jobs. If there's unemployment, people have difficulty finding... Yes? That's a weird one. It depends on other things. I'm not gonna listen to what you say about the environment knowing that you work for a multinational nuclear power company. Fallacious. Yeah, genetic fallacy. That's what I say when I look at your face and laugh at your genetics. The weather wasn't good during my days off, and now that it's the weekend, it's cloudy again. It's always the same thing. The weather's bad every time I'm not working. Fallacy. You're schizophrenic. This stop sign has been there since the road was built. We've never seen how people would drive without it. It might be worth conducting some tests to understand its actual impact on traffic and safety. Okay, oh, I see. That's the valid version of the... The other one was we should remove it. Okay, I get it. I get what they're doing. It's a little bit stupid, though. What do you mean it's too late to turn the music up? Basically, you're saying we should lower the volume. No, it's a straw man! You can keep the volume at the same level. You don't have to turn it down. Am I autistic? Is that an autistic understanding of that sentence? Every week you lose at the lottery brings you closer to a week where you'll win. I am the man with the pickaxe trying to get the diamonds. Valid. Deep down, people are selfish, so this charity project based on donations and volunteering won't work. Fallacious. Appeal to motive. I don't think this is a very charitable... I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is a super charitable reading of the sentence. Alright? Deep down, people are selfish, so this charity project based on donations and volunteering won't work. It won't succeed according to some standard, right? Because people are inherently selfish, so our optimal conditions won't be met. Alright, that's not a very charitable reading of that sentence. I think this game has a bias. No one has ever traveled through time, so I find it hard to believe that it could be possible, but I can't conclude anything. Sure. This game has some fallacies in it. We often make a big fuss about the boat pollution, but sailboats, for example, don't consume any fuel at all. You can't get any greener than that. So let's stop criticizing boats unnecessarily. Valid. Cherry picking? The opposite one was... That was cherry picking too! Duh! Okay, but it was Kant himself who said that. Can't just call him a cunt. Appeal to I mean, what's the context here? Appeal to authority. What's the context there? Nobody has proven that we can travel through time. I'm telling you, it is possible. What if they're arguing about what Kant said? And then one of them's like, well, Kant said it! What can I say? It's not an appeal to authority if you're arguing about what the authority said. Oh, whoops. I'll let time run out. By reading Kant's books, I might learn some stuff. Sure. Does an appeal to authority in order to shut down an argument too? Well, I didn't have the context necessary to determine that. Check this out. It's labeled new recipe, but since I don't know what they changed, it's hard to say if it's better than before. No, hold on. Because all the time, I felt like we would argue about, in class, what someone is saying or not. No pain, no gain. Fallacious. We would always argue about whether someone was making one point or another. A survey conducted among our viewers shows that Americans agree with the conclusions of our documentary. Fallacious? Was that sample representative of the population? Alright, I think we need to get a full score to get a expert mode. I have an uncle who's 83 years old, and he's been smoking since he was 17. However, this is just one isolated example that doesn't allow us to draw any conclusions. Sure. Valid? Is that valid? You just use a fallacy in your argument, so you're wrong. Based. People who think we should sort our trash have good arguments on the subject. I can give you some if you want. That's an appeal to something else. How's that valid? It's not even an argument. They're just saying that there exist arguments. I think this game is retarded. I think it's stupid. You've read a lot of books, but that doesn't have the pickup line. Doesn't necessarily mean what you say is correct. It's not an argument, so it can't be a fallacy. Oh, it's an informal fallacy. Well, non-arguments can be fallacious in an informal way, but formal fallacies are part of arguments. I don't agree with the big movie critics. I like this movie. It was a good time. You're just mad you're losing? Listen, I spent $40,000 on my degree. Children will always have a taste for vegetables, and there's no harm in not serving any to make your kids happy. A person who's taking care of their children as well as you did should be able to confirm this. False? Appeal to flattery. Oh, you should know this. You should. I feel like that's a good rhetorical technique, though. I don't know if that's a bad thing to do. For a survey, people who were called at their landline phones during the middle of the day asked about their employment situation. This year, the number of unemployed people has skyrocketed, according to the study's results. Fallacious, you're only targeting people who stay at home all day and answer their phone. You're only talking to 80-year-old women. You think people should stop drinking? You say you stopped drinking for 2 years and 7 months? Oh wow. You're counting the days literally? Should we count seconds too? Fucking show off. Yeah, go to your AA meeting again, bitch. I'm gonna go get my keys and get a beer. Feel the ridicule? People distorting and exaggerating your statements to make them sound ridiculous will happen. Wait, this is just what you guys do to me sometimes. No. Yeah, huh? This is a kind of straw man, all right? You take what I say and you take it to its extreme without any of the underlying context. Your mom's a straw man. It's over. Just because you've never done it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's true. Well, not necessarily true. Well, no, there are some things that are okay, no, that's true. Oh, working out only with your body weight is better than working out with machines or accessories because it's less artificial. Naturalistic fallacy? All this fancy to be humiliated by a bunch of strangers on the internet? I was humiliated going to school, okay? They said there's a high chance of rain for today, so if you don't take your umbrella with you, you'll end up wet. You will end up wet. Not necessarily. High chance doesn't mean necessary. You can't derive a necessity from a probability, from a possibility. Basic modal, S5 modal logic. There are no artificial ingredients in it, that's why it's good. No, I'm sorry. Avocados are dog shit. Check this out, it's labeled a new recipe. It's nice that they improve their product. Fallacy? They replaced the beef with ground pork. She never gets wet, especially never when I'm talking to chat. Even if I play the lottery my whole life, I'm not necessarily going to win. It's true. It should be false. If we let them build this skate park, our neighborhood will change. Let's lay down the pros and cons to decide if we should be opposed to that project or not. Sure. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of weird if you did. Yeah, you're right. It would be kind of weird. That'd be a little bit too parasocial. Okay, unlocked expert mode. You have to choose the name of the rhetorical fallacy from 4 options. Okay. I have to figure out what fallacy it is. Yeah, you can call me a logic expert. Is this gonna be timed again? I really prefer this candidate because I think it's a better choice. Circular reasoning. That's not valid. Circular reasoning. Being absent for 0 days guarantees an end-of-year bonus. He did have 1 day absent. He shouldn't have gotten the bonus. It needs to be taken back. Valid. Denying the antecedent. Wait, how is that denying the antecedent? Being absent for 0 days guarantees an end-of-year bonus. Oh, I see. Oh, no. If this is a if and only if situation, getting an end-of-year bonus implies being. Oh, okay, I see. There is a situation where you get an end-of-year bonus, being absent for 1 day. It's not a you require 0 days. Okay, I get it. You don't want any cake? Okay then, I won't give you any. You're jumping to conclusions, alright? I'm just saying, I'm on a diet, I want a smaller slice. You should understand when I say that I don't want any cake, I actually do want some cake. And I just want you to want me to want some cake, you know? And I want you to want to make me happy. This device has titanium parts. Titanium is more resistant than aluminum or steel, making it a very durable device. Fallacy of composition. No, I don't want any fries. I'm really interested in buying this item from you, but the price of $10 is a bit out of my budget. Would you be willing to consider a lower price, or is it already a fixed price? Sure, whatever. It's not an argument, it's a question. You suggest that people should opt for trains over planes due to ecological concerns. But maybe it's just because you're afraid to get in a plane. Appeal to motive. I know there's been a lot of plane crashes lately, but that's an appeal to motive. You heard me say we should check everyone's backpack when leaving the store, and now you're accusing me of not respecting people's privacy? But it's just a quick glance, and it's not everyone. Just those who look suspicious. I don't know what the spotlight fallacy is. Mott and Bailey. Heard me say we should check everyone's backpack. And now you're accusing me of not respecting people's privacy. It's just a quick glance. Heard me say we should check everyone's backpack when leaving the store. And now you're accusing me of not respecting... But, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I see. We should check everyone. Okay. I get it. I wonder who'd be considered suspicious? Probably people in chat. To lose weight, you have to either reduce the amount you eat or space out your meals. What will you do? Cut back or spread it out? That's a false dilemma. You can eat less, or you can spread it out and eat less. Spread them. That's what I say to your mom. I've ordered twice, and twice I've received a damaged package. I'm never ordering anything online again. Hasty generalization. People who think we should sort our trash are idiots. How's that valid? You guys wouldn't survive in Japan? When tossing a coin, it's more likely to have 4 heads than a tail than to have 5 heads in a row. Is that a gambler's fallacy? Yeah, because misunderstanding of probabilities. One outcome isn't more probable than the other when they're independent events. You say that protesters shouldn't damage schools? That's real cool for all the other buildings. Thanks. Fallacy of division. Oh, jumping to conclusions. I don't know what the fallacy of divisions is. I know what jumping to conclusions is. Yeah, fuck those other buildings. Especially your house. You prefer bananas, I prefer carrots. We can each have our own preferences, and that's okay. It hurts to say that this is valid, because I make fun of you guys all the time for shit like this. And I think I'm in the right. I like the idea that wealthy people are fundamentally valuable to society, thus it doesn't feel fair to increase taxes for them. It's wishful thinking. These spoiled brats dare to come and lecture us? Need correction. How's that valid? Okay, let's try again. We have to get 15. Some of these are really on the... I feel like I might be a little bit too autistic for this one. I just got out of the hairdresser and I think they did a really bad job. I think I can ask them for a refund. I think I can ask... Yeah, you can ask. You can ask for a foul. You can ask for a refund. You can ask for a refund. Nothing's stopping you, man. Might make you seem like an asshole. You might never want to go there again, or else they'll just fuck your shit up. Trust me, it hasn't rained for 3 days, so we should prepare a picnic for tomorrow. It's a hot hand fallacy. I don't know what this one is. Opposite of the gambler's fallacy is believing that after winning a hand at poker, you have a better chance of winning again. Ah, I get it. Hot hand. Because you have a hot hand. Luck is on your side. I just got a royal flush, which means my hands are lucky. I have the lucky hands. You're complaining that he took all your lunch. What we'll do is he's going to give you one of the 2 sandwiches back, then you can make peace with him. Okay? What? Middle ground foul. He took both my sandwiches. Wanna end world hunger? Oh, please. When do you plan on doing that? Next Tuesday? Not that... Hold on. Not that any one person can do this or anything. You have to create ways to hand food out to people and stuff, but... Chief fallacy, I don't need to go outside because I need to optimize my build in Factorio. I need to go to the store to get the soil for the garden. People who use a body scale tend to lose more weight than others. It's crazy how just stepping on a body scale leads to weight loss. Correlation causation confusion. Nice fallacy. Just eat more people. That's how you lose weight. Isn't it because you like throw up afterwards? I see what you mean. That's exactly what an idiot would say. That's an ad hominem. Chiwa, what you're saying is stupid, and I think you're stupid, Chiwa, and you're bald. Here, I drew you as a soy jack pointing to Japan. You haven't responded to my messages. Why are you upset? It's okay. Jumping to conclusions a little bit. I don't have Discord open all the time. I don't really like it as a program and everyone flirts in Discord all the time. Sorry, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Companies frequently make profits. Therefore, the purpose of a company is to make profits. I can't visualize that, but yeah, you might have seen me steal this money, but trust me, it's not true. It's just a lie. It's just a lie. Look, they have a full building with a lobby and a receptionist like a big successful company. They must be a serious business. False equivalence. See someone rob a bank? No, you didn't. Oh yeah, my money's FDIC insured. I don't care. At a party, most people get less sleep than what's recommended. You could stay a bit longer with us tonight. Baby, it's cold outside. Feel the common practice. Just because everyone else does it doesn't mean I have to do it. Gaslighter's fallacy. You got a bad grade on your test? Can you tell me why you didn't study at all? That's a loaded question, Mom. Alright, I stayed up all night playing Modern Warfare 2. I was a little bit too tired. I didn't have anything to eat in the morning because you didn't make me breakfast. I was writing down a crucial piece of information when I heard a noise. My pencil lead had completely broken off. I looked at the tip and there wasn't any usable graphite left. I rubbed it against the paper, but that only made things worse. The wood from the pencil began to fray and tear my note apart. If you don't want to suffer the same fate, I recommend using our mechanical pencil. Misleading vividness. No, it's an appeal to pity. I don't... Misleading vividness? Is that like a recency bias thing? Insisting on presenting a rare case in great detail can be misleading. I don't like a lot of these informal fallacies because they're just special cases of other fallacies. Just call it emotional manipulation. Yeah. Misleading vividness would be a good band name. Yeah, that's like some shoegaze. Fallacy of Twitter. Yeah, this is like a blue check mark on Twitter. This movie used way too many special effects scenes. Another movie that did the same thing got a bad review. That's why I think this one will get a bad review as well. I hate when people complain about CG and everything. Biased generalization and false equivalency. Because they're not the same movie, not because all movies with... You're not making the assumption that all movies with CG get poor reviews. If we ban people from carrying... Well, both are make sense. If we ban people from carrying a knife in the streets, the next step is going to be that they won't even be able to have access to basic tools like scissors. But that's what... Isn't that what happened in the UK? Like, you're not allowed to have butter knives? I think I heard about that, right? Some slopes are slippery. Britton, I got asked for ID for buying scissors. 2 beers. Some slopes are slippery. So this is object level discourse, alright? You have to make the argument as to whether this one case is not a slippery, is or isn't a slippery slope. Not that... Not... Whatever. Running with scissors not allowed anymore? Is that a band? I think he threw away my banana, but I can't really prove it, so I guess I can't really accuse them of it. That's a straw man. He stole it and you should tell the teacher. From your employer, it's either you do what you're asked or you'll be broken on the streets. Appeal the consequences. What's a false dilemma? There's more than those two outcomes. You're saying we should check everyone's backpack when leaving the store, so you basically think everyone's a thief. Nice straw man. It's either straw man or jumping to conclusions. Okay. No, I just... Listen, we work in security. I don't think we should let 16-year-olds vote, soon they'll be asking to allow 12-year-olds to vote too. Slippery slope. That may be true according to you, but not according to me. Appeal to ignorance? Relativist fallacy. After a while, if someone has no more arguments left, they may say something like, you have your way of thinking, I have mine. Or even, that's your version of things, and I have my version of things. I actually hate when people do this. I've come to make an announcement. Sonic the Hedgehog is a bitch. That's my set of facts. Most people get less sleep than what's recommended. I'm impressed that you're able to maintain a healthy sleep schedule. Valid. Well, thanks. It's valid. What would you rather have? A decent salary or a fulfilling job? False dilemma. Okay, you can have... it might be a very narrow set of options, but you might not have... You might get the third option. Or a fourth option, a shitty job with no pay. Like, the first 3 results of my search confirm that I am correct about this. Cherry picking. Who follows this guy on their social networks? Just from that, I know no one should talk to them. Guilt by association. Just because I follow Alex Jones on Twitter. What do you mean it's too late to turn the music up? Basically, you're saying we shouldn't have fun at all. You're moving the goalposts. I think you threw away my banana. Prove me you didn't do it or you'll have to pay me back. Shifting the burden of proof. These oranges have no seeds. There's only a 1% chance that you'll encounter one. It won't happen if you feel free to take... It won't happen to you, so feel free to take a bite without worrying. Destroying the well, yeah, there's an exception. You're destroying the exception. Feel the probability. What is destroying the exception? Oh, I have to get it wrong. I have to get an answer of that type to actually know. That's horseshit. Why can't I read the book first? My banana. But it's fine. In school, I never read the book anyways. Fallacy of lying. Yeah. Appeal to ignorance. Sorry, Chu, that's a hasty generalization born from an appeal to ignorance. While turning down their plate of spinach? Spinach? I know it's healthy, but I don't like it. Valid. Nobody should be forced to eat I don't know what spinach is, but nobody should be forced to eat it. It's true. Kant did say that. The question is whether it's still valid today. Sure. I should call it a fallacy to two. Yeah. sorry, son. You have to eat your spinach. It's a hasty generalization. Just because you didn't like spinach last time doesn't mean you won't hate spinach and or it doesn't mean you'll hate spinach and pizza. So at the store, and I wasn't sure which pen to choose, so I took the one that was a bit more expensive to be sure to get quality. Peel the money. Let's fucking go. Man, I'm on a timer. The game like rushes me. I'm on a timer. I have to think too fast. I don't have an extra, I don't have an hour to write this paper. I hate all spinach. No, I get it. Cause like, sometimes like you go over to your friends' houses and like their moms aren't very good cooks, so they'll like not cut the gristle out of the chicken when they cook it. And that happens like every time you go to this one kid's house. It might be a hasty generalization to be like, I'm not gonna eat there. But it's a good good self-defense mechanism. They sent reports about bugs in the game, but they are neither beta testers nor quality assurance testers, so I don't care. Genetic fallacy. Clearly my opinion matters. 0 followers on Twitter. Username Chris SSDFGH113758. No profile picture. There are lots of ingredients in it. That's why the dish is tasty. Fallacy of composition. It's 9 p.m. It's time to go to bed. Why? Well, because 9 p.m. is bedtime. Mom, that's circular reasoning. God. Not that you guys would ever have kids. Don't let your kid play this game. I'd fucking kill myself. You're telling me to buy an apple from this brand because they're supposedly better quality since they cost more. But that doesn't appeal to money. Expensive products aren't higher in quality. I'll buy one from a brand instead to save money. Fallacy. He broke my pen. It would only be fair to break his. I kind of think that's valid. From first principles, that's valid. But I know it's gonna say two wrongs make a right fallacy, but from first principles, that person continuing to have a pen while breaking everyone else's pens, if you generalize that to the entire human population and he's the only guy with a pen, there's no justice there. You have to break his pen. With all this horrible stuff happening that they're showing on the news, I really think you should just stop going out. It's probably fallacy. You break 2 pens so they know to never mess with your stuff again. You really have to teach them a lesson. No there's not gonna be a don't teach them a lesson fallacy, right? Because this is a game for losers who got bullied in school. You have to defend yourself. Doctors treat their patients and take care of them, so you don't need to doubt this doctor for your treatment. Jumping. I don't know why. I'm distracted. Yeah, the beat the shit out of them fallacy. Eye for an eye never made sense to me. The guy who starts first ends up with one more eye? Yeah, why does he get more? Imagine, hold on. We'll take a slip of paper from Immanuel Kant. Suppose you hold the position that if someone takes your eye, you shouldn't take their eye back. Now, generalize it to the entire human population. If that same guy takes everyone else's eyes, nobody's gonna have any eyes except for him. You won't give this cute family-run restaurant a single star? Even if you really hated it, you could give them a better rating? Appeal to pity. Sorry, man, my chicken was undercooked. I forgot it makes a whole world. Yeah, it's slippery. That's a slippery slope. The reason why guacamole is pricier than salsa is that it's clearly the better dip choice. Isn't it because avocados cost like $8 fucking? This is why content ethics is retarded. Well, but hold on, I just proved a counterexample for why you should take the eye back, right? Why you need to punish him. Whether I'm good looking or not, it's not impossible for me to find a partner. Appeal to probability. Sorry, you're gonna be alone forever. Slippery slope fallacy. Just because you improve your haircut doesn't mean that you're gonna improve anything else about your personality. Or that you'll meet a woman. Humans are mortal and I am human. Therefore, I am mortal. It's valid. Thanks, Socrates. If raw materials increase in price, then the product's price must also go up. A slice of cake that used to cost $2 is now $5. The cost of those raw materials must have skyrocketed. Wait, I blanked out. Affirming the consequent, right? Music's beauty isn't accessible to eye dots. Because to be able to appreciate music, it's necessary to be intelligent. Circular reasoning. Sorry. I'm really fucking stupid. And I love all kinds of music. Beautiful people easily find partners, but I'm not beautiful. So I'll have a hard time finding one myself. True. Sorry, you have to look at the facts though. You have to use common sense here. It's not a common sense fallacy either. Calling it a fallacy is a fallacy. You may think that climate change is a real problem for humankind, but I'm not sure that's important. That's okay, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. That's a relativist fallacy. You will be alone forever. And that's not a hasty generalization. That's just a empirical observation. In the same way that you can't know that the sun will rise every day, except you can. In the same way that you can know that the sun rises every day, due to mathematical fact, I can know that you'll be alone forever. Try again. I'm having self-image issues. Denying the antecedent. Affirming the consequent? There's been a transport strike. The newspaper reported on all the people it affected, and the TV showed frustrated-looking bystanders. You can't deny the public is against this movement. Spotlight fallacy. Every relationship I've been in has been successful. That's a vacuous truth. The set of all relationships is 0. Look, we've been doing it this way for 2 generations. Perhaps it's time to mix things up. What if the laws of physics change tomorrow? You make a good point. But that's a slippery slope. How do you know it's gonna change? How do you know it's gonna be different from how it is today? That's an inductive fallacy. You're just really coming up with fallacies for fallacies. I've never put diced tomatoes in guacamole before, but we can try. Sure, we can try. No, but guys, you can say that. You can say, all my relationships have been successful and not add the context that you've never been in a relationship. And logically, what you're saying is true. I've read a lot of books, but that doesn't necessarily mean what you say is correct. Valid. I can prove it to you, too. Whether I'm good looking or not, it's not impossible for me to find a partner. Yeah, it's a fallacy. Anecdotal evidence. Non-falsifiable is not the same as true. Logically speaking, hold on. It's a valid statement. It's a valid logical statement. If the antecedent is false, it is necessarily false. If it's a contradiction, then anything follows. I've already lost 5 times in a row at the roulette. If you don't win next round, that means you're cursed. Gambler's fallacy. If we're talking solely in propositions, all right, and talking in terms of predicates that extend to sets, look, we've been doing it this way for 2 generations. We should keep doing it this way. Appeal to tradition. If you're talking about predicates that extend to sets, then if the predicate, if the set extending from that predicate is empty, then anything that follows is true. In the court after an airplane crash due to technical malfunction. Here are the facts. The suspect was the one flying the plane. And in the end, 50 people died in the crash. Valid. How's it cherry picking? There's unemployment in the youth because young people just don't want to work. Appeal to motive. He flew the plane but may not be at fault. It sounded like he was being convicted of the crime. I don't know, there's some responsibility there, right? I climbed to the top of this mountain all by myself. You can do it too. It was great. The guides were really nice with me. You sound like you're lying. You mentioned guides. More people prefer apples to oranges, so apples are better than oranges. I think that's false. It's an appeal to popular belief. Oranges are actually superior. I think citrus fruits are, they clear everything else. So maybe, does kiwi count as a citrus fruit? You're complaining when we leave the trash can out because it attracts rats, but tell me, isn't your daughter the one who has a pet rat? That's funny to me. My friend didn't steal that. If that were the case, he would be a thief. But he's a good person. Appeal to consequences? Wait, how's it appeal to consequences? If the conclusion was true, then something would be... You're assuming... Okay, I get it. If something was true, if you're assuming the consequent and something... Hold on. I don't know. You're so pretty. I'm sure you'll help me carry this thing. Okay. You never join us for lunch. Why are you so upset with us like that? Damn bitch. I want to be alone. Alright, you're jumping to conclusions. You think I hate you? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. You're so pretty, That's a lie fallacy. Hold on. Well, I'm thinking about that one. Alright. My friend is a good person. If he's a good person, then he's not a thief. If he stole it, then he's a thief. We assume he stole it. Therefore, by modus tollens, he's not a good person. But that's a contradiction. All right, hold on. This was valid. This was logically valid. This was valid. Criminals usually hide their activity. This person wants to keep their conversation secret. They must be a criminal. Wait, I feel like I did that wrong, actually. I don't remember I don't remember how to do proofs. If you... MT2... So I would get not G. We already have G up here. So... That's the contradiction. And then you can carry the contradiction down. And then you can show not a thief. The non-valid part was assuming he was a good person. No, hold on. Assuming he's a good person is not invalid. That's not sound. Whether he's a good person or not is up to debate, okay? But assuming he's a good person, and from that, the rest following, we're getting to the conclusion that he can't be a thief. That's a valid logical argument. It's just not sound. Criminals usually hide their activity. The person wants to keep a conversation. They must be... Oh, fuck. Fuck. His homie's out here stealing. Why is he good? How do you... Well, hold on. He can't be a thief because he's a good person. Thief, not good person, and good person. Hold on. Thief to not good person. And good person, not thief are inherently contradictory? No, they're not. Assume... You can derive one from the other. Hold on. So we assume if they're a thief, then they're not a good person. And then we take the assumption that they're a good person by modus tollens. So we deny the consequence to show that the negation of the antecedent is true. You derive not T, and then one way of ending this assumption is to show from G, you show the conclusion not T. Logically, it's valid. Logically, it's valid. If we let them build this skate park, our neighborhood will never be the same. Think of what could happen to your children if they go there at night. Field of Fear. Not that you should send your children to a skate park at night, but imagine what would happen. Telling you that the highest mountain is Mount Blanc at 4,800 meters high. What? The Everest is 8,800 meters. But, no. But if we're looking at the biggest mountain in Europe, it's definitely Mount Blanc. I'm right. I'm right. Moving the goalposts, okay? We're talking about the biggest mountain on Earth, not in Europe. Stop centering the world, Frenchman. If I hadn't been nice to her, she would have refused to become my girlfriend. I've been kind to her the whole year, so she will not turn me down if I ask her. That works, right? If I'm nice to women, they'll like me. As the garbage collectors strikes, there are more and more rats in the streets. One day after school, one of them entered the backpack of an 8-year-old girl, and once at home, why is this capitalized? The rat jumped out and attacked her younger sister. How many children will have to endure this before the strikers stop? Always with the sister. Yeah, what is this, a Chiwa stream? When tossing a coin, it's equally likely to have 4 heads than a tail than to have 5 heads in a row. We've already gotten this one. Oh wait, we've gotten the opposite of this one. This is valid. The dove loves rats? That was the first rat one though. Yes, your father was hard on you when you were young. Weird. But he's old now, you can't criticize him. Yeah, now he has erectile dysfunction. We've never before put diced tomatoes in guacamole, therefore we shouldn't do it now. Appeal to tradition. It'd be dog shit, but appeal to tradition. You're selling this for $10, but I wasn't willing to buy it at all. Let's split the difference. How about 5? It's a middle ground fallacy. Okay, you're not very good at this negotiating thing. Herb, don't you know parroting has a statute of limitations? Yeah, sorry, Dad, you're an asshole. We're sending you to the old folks' home. Yes, it's probably the least bad, but electing this candidate won't put an end to all suffering in the country, thus I'm not sure I'll vote for them. Perfect solution fallacy. Why would you buy it if you don't want to buy it? Well, I mean, you're trying to show your disinterest in it, that it doesn't, you don't value it very much, right? It's all signaling. You're trying to get a better negotiating position. You prefer bananas, I prefer carrots. We can each have our own preferences, and that's okay. That's a loaded question. Listen, if I don't care about the item that much, but you want to sell it, I'm gonna ask for a lower price. And if you're in a position where you really have to sell it, I'm lying a little bit. I'm hiding my intentions. Yes, you did mess up on your haircut, but hairdressers do sometimes feel a haircut. That happens. Feel the common practice. I don't want it. Don't want to buy it. But I'll take it for free. Can you give me that? Can I have it? Operating on cousin rules, on sibling rules. The child stole from an elderly lady, but it's only fair they're cutting off her mom's welfare benefits. Valid. We used to chop thieves' hands off. I keep seeing on TV people who receive aid without working, even bragging about it. Poor people really are lazy. Valid. I'm really interested in buying this item from you, but the price of $10 is a bit out of my budget. Would you be willing to consider a lower price? Or is it already a fixed price? That's a little bit of wishful thinking. Hold on, that's wishful thinking. What makes you think that they're gonna change their price? Hold on. You acknowledged their starting price and you didn't offer a price that you want. You're not bargaining, you're begging. Very, very wishful thinking. Alright, I'm gonna go to the restroom and then we're gonna play for real. There's an idea. There's an idea of a chiwa. That's a false equivalency. A person can't be both an idea and a real human being. Now, let's look at Paul Allen's card. Cherry picking.
Merry Christmas. 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 Mer メリークリ
Let's look at Paul. Yeah, let's look at Paul Allen's VTuber model. Oh my god. It's even got an idol outfit. Are you guys okay? I can't hear you guys for all of the Christmas joy. Christmas joy? Appeal to emotion. I can't hear you guys over the pipes, I'm gonna be honest. Alright, well, I'll be back when you guys are done. Nice appeal to pipes, guys. Nice appeal to pipes. Spamming a metal pipe sounds does not follow logically from the stream topic. Hold on. There doesn't have to be a relationship between the two. If both things are true, then one can follow from the other. Logically. You see, rats are harmless as pets. I think they have no business being in a house because they're pests. We can both be right with our own way of thinking. Relativist fallacy. Hold on. I can prove this too. I can prove this. S means the stream topic is playing the game. And P is chat spamming metal pipes. That means if we assume S, we can take P from position 2. And with our assumption, we can derive S, therefore P. There's a logical relationship. Feel that this pipe grabs pants. It's the smallest pipe I've ever seen. I can't sell that copper pipe at a thrift store to buy crack. I don't agree with the big movie critics. I like this movie. It was a good time. Valid. You just drew some letters and lines, Chio. How does that prove anything? You need to go to school. Philosophy really is cringe. It is really cringe. My uncle died in a plane crash, so planes are far too dangerous and we should stop using them altogether. Anecdotal evidence. Yes, our burgers are indeed high in calories, but the vegetable portion is much larger in our new recipe. It's a red herring. The vegetables have nothing to do with the calories. Appeal to education. Appeal to this, okay? Unzips. If we let them build this skate park, our neighborhood will change. Let's lay down the pros and cons and decide if we should be opposed to that project or not. Valid. Yumi's last message important. You hate me. Okay, listen. Smoking. Don't smoke near me. Just don't. I don't like the smell of cigarette smoke. You have bad grades in physics, but given your private tutor's rates, you should be getting an A+. Appeal to money. Watch this. We're gonna full clear this one. This movie is gonna be a hit. It's okay if you're not paid up front. You'll get the royalties. Wishful thinking. I like the small smoke anecdotal evidence. You're a fucking loser. And if you say ad hominem to that, that's Mott and Bailey. Nice red herring. I don't see how this team could lose. They won all their matches until now. High hand fallacy. Although I don't really see how that matters here. It's not purely probabilistic. I was telling that housing all the homeless people would be at the expense of taxpayers, but you convinced me that it might end up being a positive for everyone. However, you didn't prove to me that it would be the most profitable thing to do. Moving the goalposts. You're a fucking loser. Valid. Look at these two curves on this chart. They're almost identical, so one must imply the other. Correlation causation. Type in a video game, SMH. SMH. While turning down their plate of spinach, eating more fruit and vegetables won't make us immortal anyways. Perfect solution fallacy. If I get all these questions correct, I get the right to refund this game. This NGO does really useful work for society. Their director must be a good person. Fuck. Beautiful people generally find partners easily. I'm quite beautiful, so it'll be easy for me. Destroying the exception. Many people online have criticized his last work, but those criticisms are just comments on the internet. They're not worth considering. I consider every chat message that's sent my way. I think of all of them equally. But, genetic fallacy. I don't discriminate against chatters. By reading Kant's book, I might learn some stuff. True. God fucking damn it. I'm gonna refund this game. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm someone who pay what I owe. No worries. I'll be able to pay you back tomorrow for sure. Lie. If someone said that to me, I'd think they were lying. Oh, is that wishful? Because they want you to believe in it. Wishful thinking. This party was a total failure. People who were there must have been idiots. Fallacy of division. I actually don't know what this one is. Okay, this consists in claiming that a part of something possesses a property just because the whole thing does. That's true. Not every property goes in that direction. Right? Sometimes things are or are not truth preserving. Some logical systems are or are not truth preserving. So, some parties may or may not be loser preserving. All the men I meet only have one thing in mind. All men are perverts. Valid. I see you guys flirting with each other in the Discord. No country ever abolished real estate rental. You really don't know what could happen. The impact would be negative. Appeal to ignorance? You're being interviewed after supporting a peaceful demonstration. There was some unrest on the outskirts of the demonstration. You're partly responsible for those violent riots happening in the streets, in which innocent people's cars were set all on fire. Does this not bother you at all? A loaded question. And women aren't perverts, you sure? Now you're moving the goalposts. Hold on, that's a straw man fallacy. It's really stupid of you. Only a stupid person would strawman my position. They appointed a new minister at the last situation. At last, the situation will improve. Appeal to novelty. Go ahead and try it. Most people have tried smoking at some point in their lives. Appeal to common practice. No, wait, this one's cooked because I already failed the first one. Use the spotlight fallacy when you pointed out the people who flirt. Well, you're using the fallacy pointing out my spotlight fallacy. After I pointed out your slippery slope fallacy. You know, every time I read your chat messages, it gives me an appeal to pity. I think we should sing the humanitarian poets when I was really saying we should be able to control our borders. Can't call me a monster for this. Come on, Bailey. I want to refund this game. I need to get 15 points before I refund. Yes, there are allegations against him. That said, he's not all there mentally nowadays. We should let him be. That's an appeal to pity. We even made this game. I think it's a French-made game because when I opened the game, there was a choice between English and French. I started this debate saying my problem with immigration was the financial burden on the country, and I'll admit you convinced me that the impact on finances is actually not positive, but there are plenty of other problems with immigration, don't you know? Moving the goalposts. Could be Canadian? Oh yeah, Canadians have French people, don't they? Why is there a fallacy card game? That's like really boring, Cards Against Humanity or something. For people who should have been shoved in lockers more, if we don't do something about this, your children might start wanting to change their gender. Is it appeal to fear? Damn, this got political really fast. A nuclear power plant can explode and kill millions. You might be in danger right here, right now. Let's revert to using coal instead. Might be in danger right here, right now. Let's appeal to fear. Game should get a timeout for being political. I only time you out for being political, Catter. The more alcohol I drink, the greater the risk of me getting cancer. Is that true? Sorry, that's the timeout fallacy, Catter. You assume that that's the I'm special fallacy. You think that you're special, but you're not. There are allegations against him, even though he's not there. All they're mentally nowadays. You need to make people aware of the situation. Feel the motive? What? It's valid. Why is timing him out a bit? It's unfair. Sorry, I rule by royal decree. Not, there's no justice here. Seeing that women should have been paid less than men and conclude that we should continue doing so, you're making an appeal to tradition. That means you are wrong. Fallacy, fallacy. Wow, so pain. Yeah, it's an appeal to authority. Okay, I need 15 points. 15 points. Oh, they're calling themselves an anarchist? I heard anarchists generally don't vote, so I imagine they won't be voting. Doesn't it kind of go against the idea of being an anarchist? Is anarchy here? She could answer that. I don't destroying the exception. Appeal to authority. Oh yeah, I was doing an appeal to authority because of my appeal to ignorance. These terrorists have killed over 1,000 innocents and taken hundreds of our citizens hostage. Seems reasonable to respond by bombing their city and killing tens of thousands of its. Wait, this is just when I play Factorio. Too wrong. Wait, I already fucked up the first one. We have to restart. In a recent study involving 20,000 participants, we found that 95% of people using our phones are satisfied with it. So there's not much we could improve to get more people to buy our phones at this point. Bias generalization. I claim that God exists. You can always try to prove that he doesn't, though. Shifting the burden of proof. I haven't played Stellaris in years, doesn't have $1,000 of DLC. That's an appeal to money. Tobacco is just a plant. How could it harm you? Appeal to nature. That's an appeal to money. And if you demand Steam put it on sale, that's a demand. That's an appeal to authority. I've only been in one car crash in my life, and it was a woman driving. So there are no questions about the fact that women are worse at driving. I actually think I'm really good at driving. Anecdotal evidence. Valid. What do you mean, bro? I'm not the one not using the turn signal. Alright. Most people believe in God, so it must be real. Till the popular belief. I will say I would be a little bit afraid of being in the car while my mom's driving, so I kind of get it. Yes, I want to abolish the police. How would we stop criminals? Wait, I didn't say there wouldn't be some armed officials. We take care of security. I'm just talking about getting rid of the police name. We'd call it something like the Police. When you get arrested, you're getting molested. This person is proposing an increase of the retirement age while you want to keep it where it is now. I'm neutral in this matter. Let's slightly increase it so everyone is happy. Middle ground. One of the scariest experiences was in the car with my female cousin while driving, and she was doing makeup on the freeway. She lives on the edge. Is she not allowed to have a hobby? How's that worse than driving while drunk? That's what I do. It's not right to date someone of the same sex. The priest told us so. Appeal to authority. Sorry, you can't keep me from Hosho Marine. During an interview after a smear campaign. Hi, given everything that has been said about you, you have the right to reply. What do you want to say? It's valid. I used to answer to all your messages in minutes. Now I can take days or weeks to answer, but you're making such a big deal out of it. I swear absolutely nothing has changed in our relationship. Or it may be that you're getting possessive. Appeal to spite or lie? Oh, it's just a lie. But you're calling them possessive, isn't it? Alright. Is it? I don't get it. Isn't both of them at the same time? That was the dev projecting? The dev clearly had some very bad experiences in life. I feel kind of bad. If prices are rising but raw material costs aren't increasing as much, it could mean that big companies are artificially inflating their prices to boost profits without providing more value. That would imply an unregulated economy. Blah, 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 blah. Must be another explanation for inflation. Feel the consequences? Labor costs could go up. During an interview after a smear campaign, hi, given everything we know now, would you say that you're a racist person? Yes. They're advocating for progressive wealth taxation. If we let them implement that, the next step might be straight off expropriation. Slippery slope. What, you want to quit drinking? You know, it's very common to have a drink or two during meals. It shouldn't worry you. And then getting your keys after. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. The billionaire Damien, I'm sure he's your father, which would make you the son of a wealthy man, and yet you're asking for money. Prove to me he's not your dad. That's shifting the burden of proof. And also appeal to authority. I think I missed one, right? Okay. Okay. short stream. I'm gonna end before I can't refund this game anymore. Two-hour refund fallacy. I'm sorry. I'll be back next week. I might be shifting Thursday streams to Monday, because I'm gonna be busy on Thursdays now. We'll read Lumi back. Fix Pedro, please. Thanks, Shua. Alright, raid message. Hit her with an ad hominem. IRL fallacy. Yeah, going outside, that's a fallacy. Ad hominem? I'm pretty sure it's ad hominem. But you do you. You do you. You do you. Going outside is a sunk cost fallacy. That's how you really know you've lost it. You have to stay inside and not shower. Showering is a shower fallacy. It's a slippery slope to brushing your teeth. And that's a slippery slope to getting a job.
Merry Christmas.
I wish you take care. Go have fun and let me stream. Thanks. Thanks, bros. I'll see you guys later. Bye.